Yo, what's up, crackers? This is Samuel, and I decided to do a little vlog, I guess is the right way to call it, because it's a video log, I guess. Oh, maybe I should take the microphone. And yeah, so what is there to talk about? Actually, quite a bit of different things. First of all, I became more independent than I have ever been, which is a great thing. And then also, I feel that I am creatively on a good path, on a really good path. And not only creatively, actually in the last month, I kind of stabilized mentally, I feel a bit at least, which is great, because I can't say that I'm the most stable person in the world, I'd say. But I am always trying my best, and I'm really working my ass off. I'm very dedicated in, leaving something behind when I'm gone for the people, because this is the best thing that I can do for humanity. I always say that to myself, and it is the truth. It's absolutely the best what I can contribute. I know that I'm not perfect, and in some things, I'm absolutely great, and in some other things I'm not that great. And in many of those things I would actually be okay, but I lived a very weird life. And simply because of that, how should a person do something that he has never learned? It's just simply not possible. And this is often the situation that I find myself in. But I don't want to get into that too much. Anyway, I want to keep it positive as well, because there is so much positive stuff happening. So let's get it on. Yeah. So, what do I talk about first? I think I will talk about my album first, Rebirth, which will be my third studio album. It's so funny how I always forget my own productions, forget my own work, because of, I guess, a lack of self-valuing in a way. But again, let's not get too deep into that. But I was I was deciding the artwork for my album, and the artist, of course, who did it, although I am a visual artist myself, I feel it's so important to give that to another person. Weirdly. I don't know why, but I feel it's like that. I feel it's good if I give it to another person. And I found this person. Actually, today I am going to pay this person and finalize the deal part of the story. We were talking a lot about the artistic direction, because this is super important to me. Everybody that had a look at The Dawn of Man, let me get that for you quickly. Everybody that has The Dawn of Man, and they are sold out, so there is quite a few people that have that. They know that, oh, this one is not the right one, this one is a flawed one, I guess. Yeah. Sorry guys for the mess. This one unfortunately is not 100% intact. This is actually the last one that exists as a packaged one, as with the plastic wrapping on it. It's a DVD, by the way, and everybody who knows the project knows that I put a lot of effort in this, because this was my first album. It was a double album, which is retarded, to be honest. You're not supposed to say that, which is very stupid for an artist to attempt that, to make his debut album a double album. On the other hand, people really appreciate it. That's the other thing. That when I talked to fans and to listeners, they were super wow, it's such a substantial piece of work. And that is correct, but think about how much pain it is to create a double album, okay? Think about how much pain it is to create a single or an EP, then multiply that by 3 or by 5, and then double that again. And then you end up with the workload that is a double album, but I felt like I needed to do it, so I did it. That's about that. But if you look at the CD, it has very nice release text and very nice graphics. The artwork itself is by Suplikida, and then the graphic design coming from that is all by me. The back side, unfortunately, is messed up here. This is how the back looks. Of course, it's not full of shit. Yeah. So that is the Dawn of Man. So yeah, back to the point. I am a person who cares a lot about putting artifacts out in the end. So of course, Rebirth will be first digitally released, like every album nowadays. But I'm heavily considering also releasing a limited edition, as I did with the Dawn of Man, which sold out, so it's like kind of a no-brainer. Yeah, kind of that kind of story. Yes, I'm probably going to release a CD, and this time it's going to be so much more easy because it's not a double album, so it doesn't have to be a DVD, etc. pp. It's like that, guys. It's like it's a hell lot of work, and then deciding the artist is also not an easy thing, you know? You have to decide the artists, and god damn it, it's not easy. Especially if you studied art like I am. I don't know, like that also is like I wish I would have tattoos, and I was together with a tattoo artist in a partnership with a girl. Her name is Catherine, and we have been together for 6 years. She always wanted to tattoo me. She was a legendary tattoo artist. I don't know, and never happened. Anyway, it's super hard for me to make decisions like that because my expectations are quite high, I'd say. Okay? First I thought like, okay, I'm going to do it handmade because my first one is hand-drawn. And then I decided otherwise in the end, because I don't want to be limited by my own ideas. So it's like, oh yeah, okay. That's kind of a limiting factor, right? So then you have to use an illustrator, and then, yeah. I found one guy which I really liked. I really like his stuff. His stuff looks absolutely superb, like on a level of actual concept art and stuff like that. And he's not like super crazy with the prices. I remember one time I requested the licensing fees from Android Jones for some project. I don't remember. It was with some other people. And we needed an artwork, and we were considering, okay, Android Jones, that's cool. So we wrote to Android Jones, and he answered, yeah, sure, you can license for 5,000 euros. That's ridiculously high and way over market rate, beyond over market rate. It's like 50 times market rate, something like that at least, at minimum. So that will, you know, it becomes instantly not an option. It's only like, okay, you're rich, cool, we can work together. You're not rich, no way, we're going to work together. Doesn't make him look that great, to be honest with you, but okay. Like, the man knows his worth, I guess, or not, because I'd never pay 5,000 for a license, single use or a limited license. No way I'd do that. Why would I do that? It's like, you're going to lose a lot of money on that artwork. Just commercially doesn't make sense. Anyway, I found the artist, sealed the deal, and I'm even thinking about, you know, letting him do more than just Rebirth, because he's really good and very versatile as well and very capable. So why not having him do multiple albums? Well, one could say, because they are different albums and they need a completely new approach every time there is a new album. It needs to be a blank slate. Think about it like a Final Fantasy game, okay? Like every time they made a new Final Fantasy game, it's like a new director, it's a new creative director, it's a new team, it's a new approach, it's that. So this is the only thing that you could say against that for sure. As you can see, I'm thinking about those things quite a bit. I do. I do. Because I know they are important. Like, for example, album artwork is a decision that will not just go away. It won't. It is that. It is what it is. Usually it is like that. Traditionally it's like that. Actually, today you could just pull it and redistribute it, I guess. We live in wild times when it comes to music distribution. But usually it's like, okay, that is the album, right? It's like not like, hey, okay, like I made this album, but then half year later, you know, here are the patch notes. There's like updated album artwork. I don't know. That seems a little bit unserious, doesn't it? Like, I feel at least. You should make the decision, and this is the artifact, just as it is with the Dawn of Man. It's like, you know, a long process. Years of work went into this, and decades of experiences, after all, went into this through, for example, the artist that did the artwork, Suplikida, which is a prodigy artist. That means he has spent hundreds of thousands of hours drawing. This is a drawing machine, and I'm a music making machine. It's a culmination of an incredible amount of dedication and work, and then it comes out as the artifact that it is, and that's it. This is the Dawn of Man. I feel it's the best like that. It's a fixed thing. It's out. It has a proper release text. It has a proper artistic direction. Just completely kind of, you know, all around sort of makes sense, and you can leave it like that. That's my debut album. It did what it did, and it was a success in its field. You can always, you know, compare that to Hybrid Theory from Linkin Park, and then it's like it's sand cone, you know, in comparison to a huge mountain. It's always, okay, where's the relation point? Like, what do you take as a relation point? So, I'm happy with the Dawn of Man, and this is how albums should be. You should be happy with it for a very long time, so that after like 20 years, you're going back to that, or you know, you have your LP or your CD or your posters, and you should always be like, God damn it, I'm really proud about what I did there. Yeah. Guys, okay, so Rebirth will be a thing. Rebirth, as probably people maybe got to know by now, or maybe they didn't, is like a cross-genre album. It's sort of not a Parandroid album, because it's like something that came to be just recently, and Parandroid is actually a project born in the 2000s, and it's like, you know, it is what it is. You shouldn't bastardize things too much and Frankenstein things too much, and I did that quite a bit with Parandroid because of my artistic integrity. Actually, I refused to make it a product. I always wanted to experiment and to find more. Where do I want to go? Where do I want to go? Where do I want to go? I am like that. I'm not like, you know, stuck in one place and that's it, happy with it. No, I no matter where I arrive in my life, I always want to go somewhere next, and that's a good thing. But at the other hand, you need to keep integrity of projects alive, because otherwise they don't make sense, basically. Projects need artistic direction, they need vision, and if that's not there, then why is it a project? You know what I mean? It's a little bit like that. So Rebirth will be my third album. Why is it my third album? Why is TGL not my third album? Because there was Origins, and I forgot about Origins. So I was like, the Dawn of Man. But there was actually Origins. So it's like, technically, Rebirth is my third album. And that terminology is important to me for a weird reason. And that is like the way that Rebirth is written. It's R3 or a mirrored E, which kind of is the same, or could be read as the same. A mirrored E could be read as a 3, and a 3 could be read as an E. So it's like R3BIRTH, Rebirth. And the 3 obviously means third album. So I know that's like a tiny thing, and normally I should be like, whatever, it's like, it doesn't matter. But to me, those details fucking matter. That's the thing. They do matter to me. And ultimately, you are the audience as an artist. The most important audience is you. I heard Rick Rubin talk about that just recently, and he's so goddamn right about that. Ultimately, you're doing everything what you do for humanity, okay? You're creating artifacts for humanity to advance the cultural and reflect the zeitgeist, etc. Advance the cultural DNA of society, of civilization, actually. It's a very important thing in the cosmic structure. But ultimately, you need to have the vision of the recipient to do great art. Actually, you need to think about, okay, I am going to be in front of those huge speakers. What would I want to listen to? That's exactly the question that you need to ask yourself. And this is exactly the question that I asked myself before writing the best tracks in my life. And that gives you the total focus on what you're actually doing, what you want to do. Is like, imagine the thing being alive where it should be actually played. In this case, of course, on festivals and parties. So like, be the person who's listening to the stuff, experiencing the stuff. Alright guys, that's it with this little vlog video. I hope that you enjoyed it a bit or find it interesting. I know it talked a lot in this video and it was sort of unscripted, so it was also a little bit for myself, to be honest with you, It's like a little bit of a reflection about what I'm doing at the moment and what are the things that go through my mind. I hope that people are looking forward to the albums that I'm preparing. TGL and Rebirth are super close to getting completed and everything is on track now. And I expect to be able to announce a release date for Rebirth in the next days. I think it will be around beginning of June, and this is quite realistic because, that I figured that timeline out. Anyways, guys, I hope that you having a good day. Thank you for watching. If you liked it, if you have any questions, drop them down in the comment section below and I will see if I can answer them. And see you guys soon, hopefully. Peace out.